this video is to show you how to use MoonReader Pro. I'm in the Play Store, and here on the screen appears the 3 different types of Moon Readers you can install. The first one is free, and you can highlight and take notes. However, you will get advertisements, and it will constantly ask you if you want to buy the Pro version. Moon+Reader Pro, you can do the same as the free version, but you won't get the advertisements, and you could do a lot more. And the PDF plugin allows you to open PDF documents. And once you buy the Pro version, you can install this one after you buy the Pro version. So you install this one first, and then this one second. So let's go to MoonReader because I already have it installed on my tablet. And when you open MoonReader, you're going to see these 4 categories: My Shelf, My Files, Net Library, and Statistics. So My Shelf, you'll get to look at all your files once we install them, and I'll show you how to do that. And then in My Files, you get to see a list of all the folders that are on your tablet by clicking on this arrow key. If you can't see it, you see all the folders that are on your tablet. Now, when you install MoonReader, it's going to create this folder called Books. And you can find books in your tablet. If you look for SD card, or it may say on your tablet SD card 0, device, internal memory, but on my tablet it says SD card. So then you will look for the folder called Books, and as you can see, it says MoonReader. What we install from jw.org will appear in the folder MoonReader, and as you can see, it's empty, but later you will see that it will be filled. We go to the home screen by pressing on the house, and before we download from jw.org, there are 2 settings that we need to change in MoonReader. And we do that by pressing on the 3 bars on the top of the screen, clicking on Options. And in my Shelf category, we need to click this section. And it says Import new books in main folder automatically. So we also need to change this main folder to include I made a mistake, I clicked on the wrong one, to include books. So it's SD card Books, and we say OK, and now it says SD card Books, so it will automatically download to the MoonReader section. And we need to change this because there's too much information in the SD card folder. We need to be more specific. Then once we're done, we don't have to press save or anything. We just click. And now we can go to jw.org and download files. And we're going to do that through the JW Library app. We click on it. Click on this part to go to the official website section. Click on official website. And now that takes us directly to jw.org. On my tablet, to get the side menus, you can click on the 3 bars and the 3 lines, and it allows you to look at the menus on the side. But yours may not give you that view. You may see it across your screen like this: Home, Bible Teachings, and Publications. So let's click on Publications. And let's download a few things from magazines. And we're in the magazine section. And I just want you to notice the different views. If you click on the right side of your screen, next to the word view, there's a box. Click on the view box, and you notice that you get a different view. I like to download from the other view. And let me click on the box again. I like to download from this view because it's easier to download from jw.org. So before we download from this view, I want to explain what these symbols mean. EPUB are electronic publications that contain the references and the scriptures within the article. Mobi is another type of format that appears on different devices. And PDF is portable digital format, and it's really a digital copy of what you would get at the literature counter. The RTF is rich text format, which you can open in Word documents, and MP3 and AAC are audio files. So let's click on EPUB because that's what I download mainly. And you'll get a dialog box that lists all the apps that you have. Now the app that we want to download to is Moon+Reader Pro. And if you don't have the Pro version, it will just say Moon+Reader. Then when you click on Moon+Reader, it's going to ask you, do you want to always download to Moon+Reader? And I say always, because if I say always, I won't get this dialog box anymore. If I click just once, I'll continuously get this dialog box. So let's click always. And then it's going to ask you, show this dialog box, which states that if you don't want it to no longer download to MoonReader, you have to clear your defaults. And if I have a chance, I'll show you later. So now let's click on EPUB, and the dialog box will no longer appear. I clicked the wrong thing. EPUB. Click EPUB, and you see it will be downloading, but the dialog box will no longer appear. Now let's go to the publication section because I also want to download Kingdom Ministries. Let's download a few Kingdom Ministries. And you just click on it, and you see it just starts downloading automatically. It's much easier than the other view. Now, let me click on some books and brochures. And I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes. EPUB. And let me click on some tracks. EPUB. Let me click on another tract. And I'm doing this because I'm going to show you how to organize your files in MoonReader. Here you go, another one. And here you go, another track. Alright, so we've downloaded a few things from EPUB. Let me also download some PDFs. And this is one PDF. And now you get the dialog box again. And the reason we get this box is because we can download PDFs into another app that I have called Easy PDF Reader. And if you want to learn more about Easy PDF Reader, there's another video that I have that explains this app. But I'm going to download it to Moon+Reader because I have the PDF plugin, and I'm going to say always so I don't get this dialog box anymore. Then it's saying that if I want to clear the defaults, I have to go to the settings. And now let's go to MoonReader since we've finished downloading everything. And now when we clicked on the My Shelf, remember it was empty earlier. Watch what happens because we already changed the options. And we told it that we want it to go directly to SD card books. And it says to import books automatically. So this is what it's going to do. So when you click on shelf, It's going to import the books automatically, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to import them? And you say okay, and now they appear on your shelf. Now let me show you how you can organize your files in MoonReader. And you do that simply by clicking on the article that you want to organize. So let's say you want to organize all the Kingdom Ministries. So you would click on the file until you get this blue highlight around the article. Then you click, you see the blue highlights around the article. And then what you could do is you would go on the top here and you click on the star that's surrounding this box, and that will allow you to categorize it. Now, I purposely did not highlight this Kingdom Ministry because I want to show you how you can add it later. So let's click on this, and then you'll get this box, and it is asking you what category do you want to name it. So you put your stylus on right here so you can get the keyboard, and I'm going to call this KM, and then I press OK. Now and then once you categorize it, you name the category, the highlights disappear. Now I'm going to, I clicked on it. I'm going to tap on what, I'm sorry. I'm tapping it. When you press on it, you highlight it, and when you tap it, it goes into the article. So I'm doing magazines now, and I'm going to highlight that, click on the favorites, and in the box I'm going to click in the stylus so I can get the keyboard. Magazines, I'm calling this one. Then I say okay, and then I'm going to create another category for tracks. Press on it, and when you press on it, you get this box. Get the box, click on it again so you get the keyboard, type tracks, and then say okay. Now, as you notice, all the books are showing there because that's what's listed. Now if you go to click on the box here with the square, and we click on my favorites, and the categories you created, KM, magazines, and tracks, show. So if you want to see all your KMs, you just click on KMs and only the KMs will show. If you click on my favorites again and you click on magazines, only the magazines will show. My favorites, tracks, all the tracks will show. Now suppose you downloaded something else that you want to add to your categories. Well, let me show you how to do that. Notice that I didn't add this Kingdom Ministry to the other categories of KMs. So I'm going to add it, and I'm going to do that by pressing this. Now you notice this says KM 1410, 1411, 1412. This one is KM 15. Now if we go to my favorites and we press KM, 15 is not on the list. Now watch how we're going to add it. Go to the house, to the main menu, go to my shelf, and then I want to click on all books to show everything. This one has not been added, so all we got to do is press on it, and it's highlighted. We go to the favorite section, and it's going to give us the category section, and then we would go here for existing categories, and we will press KM, and then that will be highlighted with the dot there. Press OK, and then we press OK. We're telling add that new KM to this KM category. Press OK again, and then when we go to my favorites and we press KM, the 15 has been added to the KM category. So that's how you add new stuff to your categories. Now let's add this one to the track category because we didn't add it anywhere. So just to show you again, let's go to my favorites. Let's go to tracks, and only those 2 tracks appear there. And for demonstrations only, let's go back to all books. Let's add this to the track category by pressing on it. It's highlighted already. Click on the favorites. Go to the box here. Click on tracks, and it's highlighted. Press OK. And press OK again. And now when we go to the My Favorites and we click on tracks, that now appears in the track category. And if you want to see everything in one shot, just remember to go to My Favorites and press All Books, and then everything will show. So that's how you organize your things in MoonReader. Now let me show you how to highlight. Let's go into a article. And one of the first things that I want to show you is on this tablet, if I can, is when you click on somewhere in the middle of the tablet, you will get this screen at the bottom. And this screen is where you can find where you got lost. And you can do that by clicking on the 3 bars and the 3 lines, which is the table of contents. So let's click on that, and this will give you the table of contents of that article. And if you want, you can click on table of contents, and then you can look at what you want to read, and then click on it, and it goes directly to that section. Now if you want to go back, you'll get this arrow, and you can click back on the arrow, and it'll take you back to the table of contents. So now let's go click another link. If you want to see the scriptures, all you got to do is click on the link, and the scriptures will appear. And it's the same thing for the references. Now if you notice that when I go like this, nothing is really happening. It's not really turning the page. It's kind of awkward. And what we want to do is change the settings. And we do that by clicking and getting the menu in the bottom and clicking on this icon. It's the settings icon. Then you get this menu. Click on Visual Options. And in Visual Options, dialog box, you can move it up. You want to change page flip animation. Click on the down arrow here, and then you want to click for it to say Google Real Page Turning Effect, and then click that, and Google Real Page Turning will be highlighted there. And you can also change the font in this section as well. Watch what happens when I change font size. When I click the plus sign, look up here. When I click the plus sign, it makes the font bigger. If you want to make it smaller, just click the minus sign. And play with this until your screen looks the way you like it. And that's it for the settings section. And another thing that I wanted to mention to you is how to bookmark. And you bookmark by clicking. Let's say you want to, you're reading something, you're like, oh, I want to go back there, but you got to continue at another time. You bookmark it. So what you do is you click on, let's say you want to bookmark this page. You click on this section right here, and it says add bookmark, and it has the bookmark is automatically added. But nothing really shows on your screen. So how do you find it? You tap on this section, and it takes you to the bookmark section by clicking on bookmark, and then go to the top of the screen and add this book. And so all the bookmarks for this book are in this section. So let's say you want to come here, you click there and it takes you to that section. Now another thing that I want to show you is highlighting. All you have to do is press on the section and you can highlight it by just moving this up or down however you want to. Now you will get this box on the top, and if you press highlight, watch what happens. You'll get this dialog box. And if you click this box, show highlight color template above toolbar, watch what happens now when we press save and we try to highlight. You get this toolbar. Now we got that because we press this box. Now let me explain to you how to use the highlight. Okay, you press on it and you move it down or up however you want to do it. Then you're going to get this dialog box. The first T is to highlight. The second T is to underline. And you can highlight and use any of the colors that are below the T's. If you want to underline, you select the T that has the underline underneath it and then you choose any color that you want. I prefer black because when you highlight in black, watch what happens. And you choose this, it highlights in black. If you want to change the color, all you got to do is select it again, change it to purple, and it will highlight in purple or underline in purple. If you want to change that to highlight, just click on highlight and then that will be highlighted. Now, if you want to add a note, all you have to do is click on it, click on note, and then you'll get the note bar. And you can type into it or you can speak into it. And you can speak into it by looking for this icon that has like a microphone on it. Click on the microphone and you can start speaking into it. And when you're done speaking into it, you press the microphone again and it will stop speaking. And so once you edit what you want to edit in your note, you can press OK. And you can edit in your note simply by you can highlight, you can remove things by highlighting it and then pressing X. You can correct something just by going to the section that you want to correct and putting your cursor exactly where you want to correct it. And let's say I want to add the letter U. I press U and there it is. And when I'm done editing, press OK. And then you will get this note indicating that you have a note in that section. And once you click on it, it shows up again. Now, another thing that you can do is you can look up words in the dictionary. And you can do that when you have Wi-Fi connection. Just click on dictionary and that word will, you can look it up in the dictionary really easily. And when you're done, you just press X and you get out of it. And oh, one more thing that I wanted to show you. If you want to, let's say there's a word that you want and you want to look it up in the dictionary, you highlight it, press dictionary. And if you want to copy what's in the dictionary, just press here and it'll say copy to clipboard. Say copy to clipboard. And then when you're done, you can create a note on that word. Press real hard until you get the word paste, and then the definitions will be added to your note, and then you'll have it. And then as you can see, the notes is there with the definition, which I think is really cool. And another thing that I wanted to show you is when we go back to MoonReader, and if you want to get out of MoonReader, all you got to do is press back to book stack and it goes to the main section. But another thing I wanted to, before I go, is show you how to delete stuff from your shelf. And you do that simply by clicking on the file that you want to delete and you highlight it, and instead of favorite you click on the trash can. And if you click on the trash can, you will get this dialog box. You can either remove it from the shelf but still keep it in MoonReader, or if you click this box, delete file, it'll completely remove it from your tablet as well. So it depends what you want to do. I'm going to delete it from my tablet completely, so I make sure that this is pressed, and then I press OK. And it'll be deleted from the shelf and from the tablet. Another thing that I wanted to show you is how to use the PDF version of MoonReader. And this is a PDF document, and if it works the same way as the other MoonReader, except that when you press this on the top, you'll also get this on the top. When you go to the middle and you get this menu, look on the top and you'll see a pencil. And with the pencil, you'll get this dialog box up there. And you'll only get this with PDF documents, not with EPUB. And so let me show you. If you press on the squiggly here, you can type on your screen. And I just want to show you what you can do. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you the squares. Let's say if you want to put this in a square, you can. And you put it in a square. So it's just the different things you can do. I prefer PDF Reader, Easy PDF Reader rather than MoonReader, because I think Easy PDF Reader is a much more powerful application. But for those who wanted to know what you can do, this is how you can write on your screen and whatnot on Easy PDF. On MoonReader with PDF documents. So one more thing that I wanted to show you is in the settings section. If you want to clear your defaults, remember it was asking us that earlier. So if you go to settings in your document and you go to application manager, I don't know what it will say on your tablet, but on mine it says application manager. And if you go to MoonReader, and if you don't want your documents to download onto MoonReader, you just press clear defaults. And notice what it says here. It says this app is set to open by default for some actions. And that's when you open EPUB or PDF documents. So if you don't want it to download it to MoonReader, just clear defaults right there. And now it's cleared. And now when you open a PDF doc or a EPUB document, it's going to ask you, when you open a document that's not in MoonReader, it's going to ask you, it's going to give you that dialog box again. Let me show you. See? And that's because we cleared the defaults. And watch what happens. And that's what we did. I'm showing you this box again because in settings is where you clear so that the documents no longer download into MoonReader. Well, I hope this helps and enjoy using MoonReader.